Alright, this is how I'm going to run the paper 1 video because a lot of questions are quite easy and manageable. So I will only discuss questions that I suspect will need some kind of a help. For those that do not require help, I will just leave the answers, and if you got it wrong, you might want to just figure out on your own how. Okay, so one very good example is this question number 1, which I'm not going to spend time going through, so you can do your own self-marking. Same for question number 2. Okay, now question number 3 will be a little interesting. Now for me to make sure that the fraction is the largest, it must be a fraction that is closest to 1. Alright, you all know that fractions are always smaller than 1 whole, right? So for a fraction to be very large, that means it must be nearest or closest to 1 whole. Alright, in this case, what I can do is I can actually find out the difference, alright, of that fraction and how much more to add on to get into 1 whole. For example, this case, I need a 2/3 to become 1 whole. This one I need 1/4 to become 1 whole. This one I need 5/8 to become 1 whole. This one I require 1/6 to become 1 whole. So for a fraction that is closest to 1 whole would mean that I just need to add a tiny little bit of fraction. It becomes very close to 1 whole already. So in this case, 1/6 is very small. It's a very small fraction. I just need to add a very small fraction to 5/6. It becomes 1 whole already. That means this one must be very big. Okay, so that 5/6 must be so big. My fraction is 1/6, so small, add up together to get 1 whole. Alright, so the answer in this case is 4. Alright, I go by the differences. How much more fraction to add to get to 1. Alright, so let's move on. Question number 4, for those who are unsure, you know that I would like to always make the fraction a little easier by adding, make the decimal a little easier by adding the zeros at the back. So this is 80 and this is 90. I don't really care about the 8. So 80 to 90, this is 82, 84, 86, 88, and 90. So it will be 8.86 answer. Alright. Question number 5. The original decimal is here. I would like to change it to here. So how do I go about that? I will need to go once, go twice, and go one more time. Go 3 times, right? So in order to get to the new decimal point. So the answer in this case is 4. Alright, next, easy one, so I don't want to go through that. Okay, next, let's move on to question number 7. Question number 7 would be answer 2. Question number 8 will be answer 1. Okay, so move on. Question number 9. This is also quite easy. Looking at the fraction 3/8 of a day. So 3/8 of a day has 24 hours, right? So that is going to give me 3/8 of a 24 is going to give me 9 hours. Okay, pardon me, so all these mistakes here, let me correct properly. So that is the answer for number 9. Number 10, answer is 1, also very easy. Moving on, question 11, the answer is, in this case, 3. Okay, question number 12, our favorite branching. So let's try to branch together. If you spend 1/4 on books, which means that hidden information, 3/4 is our remainder, right? And out of this remainder, the person spent 3/5 of the remainder on shoes. So if you recall what I said about arrows, they are multiply, right? So what fraction was left? The fraction will be this fraction that's left, right? So it will be 2/5 of the 3/4 is left. Alright, so that's going to give me the answer 3/10 simplified. Okay, so question number 13, a lot of conversion going on. So since these all answers are in decimals, I'm going to keep this as decimal. This one I will need to change it to a decimal, which is the same as 1.75 kg. This is 1.75 kg. Now this one also need to change, right? It's the same as 610 kg. 610 is the same as 0.6 kg. Alright, just changing the fraction into a decimal. So the total will be 1.2 plus 1.75 plus 0.6, all in decimal. Alright, the answer is 3.55. Okay, question number 14. Okay, so you arrive at the library at 2:45. You need to be picked up by 4. So which session do you go? Let's look at it session by session. 2:30 is the start time, but you reach at 2:45, so you can't possibly attend this one at all. Alright, now maybe you could attend this one 3:45, but 30 minutes time will be about 4 something already, right? So that is already very late. Your mom is going to pick you up at 4, so also cannot. So the whole of session A, this person cannot attend. Now let's try the next one, 3:10. 3:10 plus another 55 minutes will end at 4:05, something like that. So also late, cannot. Alright, now this one, 4:45 start, even worse. It starts when you're supposed to leave by 4. This one, 12:15. Hey, too early because you're only reaching at 2:45, so cannot. This one looks okay. You are supposed to arrive at 2:45. The show starts at 3 and for 30 minutes until 3:30, and you are supposed to go back at 4, right? So this session okay. So the person can attend session C. Alright, it's a bit of a lot of guess and check here. So some of y'all, if you don't like looking at 24 hours clock, consider changing them to 12-hour clock. So this is what some of the students who are hardworking in the past, they will do. They will write down the start time and the end time in 12 hours. Alright, which you can do the same also. Alright, so that is if you're hardworking enough. Okay, question number 15. So you want to buy some pen. If you buy 5 pens, you will have how much left over? Alright, so if you buy 5 pens, you will have 370 left over. But if you buy 8 pens, this 8 pens, you are actually short of another. You won't just be you won't even have the remaining 370. You are actually also short of $5. Alright, so basically this is to say that this is the amount of money you have. If you buy 5 pens, you have 370 to keep in your pocket. If you buy 8 pens, you are short of $5. You don't even have that $5. So this is the amount that you have actually. Alright, so the difference of 3 pens would be 370 plus $5. Alright, so that's going to be 870. So how much does Shannon have? We will need to find out first how much is 1 pen. Alright, 870 divided by 3 will be about $2.90. So let's go on to find out 5 pens, shall we? Because if we find out 5 pens, then we know that he has an extra of $3.70 left. So $14.50 plus $3.70 will be how much money he has at first, which is $18.20. Alright, so that concludes our MCQ portion, and we're going to move on to the booklet B. Alright, so get ready your booklet B. And this is our booklet B. And also, reminder, please use colors. Colors will help. So colors to tell me, for example, colors to tell me which one to solve first, which ones to solve next, which one to serve next, and so on. Answer is 38. You should never get this question wrong. Common factors 1, 2, 7, and 14. And next one, if you have 2/5 kg and you cook 1/8 of it, what is the of what? Of the 2/5 kg, right? So it's 1/8 of the 2/5 kg. So let's see, it multiplies up to see how many kg is that. 240, which is 120 answer. Alright, question 19 also easy, so I also don't want to go through that. You will have the percentage out as 75, so you will probably cut equal, right? There's a total 8 parts out of 2 shaded parts. So those that are not shaded would be 6 out of 8. And how much is 6 out of 8 actually? 6 out of 8 times 100. You want to see how many percent is that, right? So that is 300 over 4, which gives you the answer 75. Question 20 is 609. So I also don't want to go through that. Let's move on. Question 21, conversion again from the smallest to the biggest. Alright, so we're going to convert. Let's see, because there's already 2 decimals. So very likely I will want to only change one of it to the decimal. So everyone is all in decimal. This is 5 point something something. 5.1. 3 out of 8. How to change it to decimal? It's the same as 3 divided by 8, right? So 3 divided by 8, 0. This is 3. This is 6. And this is 7, 56, and this is 40. Okay, I think that's about it, right? We don't really need to do more because we already roughly can see the answer. So this is 5.308 and this is 5.38. Smallest would be this one, first one, followed by the second one here, followed by the third one. So answer will be 5.308, 53 whole 8, 3 over 8, and 5.38. Alright, so conversion, most of you are quite weak in, so please try that. Next, south. This I don't go through. Okay, question number 23 is actually quite interesting. It goes to show a little bit of a storybook, and they say that the product of the two page number is 156. So those who read storybooks, you would know that, okay, the page number runs in order. If this is page 1, this will be page 2, right? If this is page 10, then this will be page 11. Alright, so they are saying that which 2 pages would actually have a product means multiply, to get 156. So a lot of guess and check. Alright, I can try by, for example, 10 times 11. Alright, 110. It's quite close, not there yet, so maybe I bump up the page number. If there's a page number of 11 and 12, will it give me 156? Alright, doesn't seem to. Then I will try 12, page 12, and page 13. You notice the page number must run in order, right? One page is after another page by increase by 1. So 12 by 13, let's check. You get 156. So the pages must be page 12 and page 13. Alright, it cannot be page 5 and page 10 suddenly. You don't have 2 pages like that. Alright, storybooks always run in order, the page number. Okay, now this one interesting also. You can either put them into bags of 2 or 7 and you have no candies left. No candies means no remainder. So it means that you can actually take 2 and 7 as the factors. Alright, you have a number, you divide by 2, you divide by 7, because you are putting them into groups of 2 and 7, there's no remainder. So what does that remind you of? Something like common multiple, right? 2, 4, 7, 14, So you will find that 14 is one of the common multiple, because 14 can be divided by 2, can be divided by 7. Alright, now you can go on, because I may not have 14 as the answer. 28 is the next one. Okay, so the next clue says, if you divide it by 5, there are remainder of 3. Now if you divide 14 by 5, you get a remainder of 4. Right, so 14 cannot work as the answer. Let's try 28. 28 divided by 5. Does it give you a remainder of 3? Yes, right? If you take 28 divided by backs of 5, does it give you a remainder of 3? Yes. So the answer cannot be 14, it has got to be 28. The next smallest one. Alright, question 25. Question 25 is a pure triangle, 7, 0. Question 26, also easy, answer 96. Question 27. And question 27 also easy, so I'm not also going to go through. 196 answer. Alright, now question number 28 is interesting. You have children of boys and girls. Average of boys is 55. So boys average is 55. Okay, now girls average you don't know. Not sure. But they mentioned that the total, all the children, total average is actually 45. Wow, the boys are actually quite heavy. But why is it that the average when we total up becomes 45? It means that the girls must be really very light, right? They are so light, their mass is so small, that's why the average was being put down. So for statement number 2, the average mass of the girls is less than 45 is true. Because you need to be lesser than 45 in order to pull the average down to 45. The average was initially 55 with the boys. But how come when we add the girls in, the average becomes 45? It means the girls must have put down the average a lot. Okay, so that's for true. Now here, does that then mean that all the boys are heavier? Does that mean all the boys are all equally heavy? Not true, right? This one is not possible to tell. Because there could be some boys who is really a lot heavy. There's some boys who can be even lighter than girls. But the boys' average is 55 lah, that's what we know. So we cannot say that all the boys are heavier. We don't know that. We can't tell. Alright, so that's for question 28. Question 29 is your four-sided figure. And your four-sided figure, you want to find one that's parallel to TU. So of course it has to be either SV or VS. You can write opposite. Which angle same as SVU? Where's SVU? SVU is here. Which one will be the same? It will be this one. So it's either STU or UTS. Alright, you can write either or. Last question. A simple rate question. Answer is 500. Okay, so that concludes paper 1.